Then I heard another story how one player comes into the gym. He comes before the game because he's thinking like, hey, I want to be the first one in the gym. I want to be the last one out of the gym. So he comes into the gym and he sees Kobe already shooting shots. He's like already in sweat. So he's like, okay, whatever. He's on one side, Kobe's on the other side, and Kobe's shooting. He's shooting. He's doing his drills. He's doing whatever he needs to do. After 2 hours, he's like, okay, I'm done. And then he still see Kobe is going as hard as he can go. And he's like, man, this guy is on another level. So then they play the game and everything. The game is over. It's completely finished. And he goes up to Kobe. He's like, man, you stayed out there. You had to be there for like 4 hours. Because I was there for 2, and it seemed like that you were there for like an hour or 2 before me. So what makes you stay so long? And Kobe said this. He said, when I saw you come on the floor, I wanted you to know that you will not outwork me. I wanted you to know that you will not work harder than me. And so Kobe left his stamp and left his legacy in the NBA as the hardest working NBA player ever. These are the type of things that he did. Like Kobe went all in. So when I say you have to go all in for this one life that you live, you will gain great success. Kobe went all in. That's what he did. From age 18 to 35, 36 in the NBA, he went all in every single day. Now we're talking about him. Where does he rank in the top NBA players ever to play the game? Why? Because he had the mentality to go all in. Number 2, you got to be intentional. You got to be intentional about this one life that you live. I know in middle school, you're in high school, you feel like you're young and you're just kind of just living life and there's really no intentionality to living life, but you have to be intentional. When I say intentional, all intentional means is just think about every single move that you make in your life. Like every single day. I want to challenge you guys, start planning out your day. How is it going to look like from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed? What does your day look like? So I'm going to just throw a question out there. Anybody can answer. Multiple people can answer if you want to. What do you want to be when you get older? A what? An officer, okay. What do you? You want to be some type of doctor, okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? No one else? No one wants to share? Okay, cool. What's your name? Tyler, you did tell me that. Tyler. So Tyler, what do you know, or what, let me rephrase that. Right now, what does it take to become an officer?
They said you only need a high school diploma.
They say you only need a high school diploma, okay.
Like in order to go to college.
Okay.
If you want like to go to college and get more degrees, you can do that just in like if I don't like an officer job won't work, I just like get a different one.
Okay, so I just want to know about what you need to do to become an officer. Because that's your dream. And I'm going to stop you right there. No plan B. If you want to become an officer, become an officer. Just do it. Like, it's not to say that the path is going to be smooth. Just do it. Because when I hear that, well, if it doesn't work, I get college more degrees, it's like, you're kind of second guessing and you're doubting becoming an officer. If that's what you want to do, you're going to become an officer. Like, I believe that you can do it. I mean, just do it. So, I want to know, what are you doing right now to become an officer? I mean, it's not a trick question. I mean, if you're not doing anything, I just say you're not doing anything.
Sometimes, like, I research stuff, like, about being, how, like, to become one.
Good. Research. That's great. What have you found out in your research? So that's key. You want to be an officer, so now you're doing research to figure out, how do I become an officer? What does being an officer entail? What are some things that you found out about being an officer from your research?
There's a lot of training. You have to...
Training? Okay. What type of training?
Like, you gotta run a lot.
So physical training. Physical training, okay. Is there any other type of training? You sure? I need you to go look that up. So here's the thing, right? I appreciate it, right? So when you want to become something, you have to be very intentional about what you want to be. You have to know every single thing that you need to do in order to get to where you want to get to. I mean, I don't want to become an officer, so I don't know really what it takes, but I do know you have to go to some sort of police academy. There is some physical training like you mentioned. There is some driving training like you mentioned. But you know what you can also do right now? There are like small programs in the city of Broward that are tailored towards kids like you who want to become police officers. You can go on rides with police officers. You can be in a precinct with police officers. You can see exactly what police officers do on a day-to-day basis that will give you a better idea, okay, what does a life of a police officer look like? That's what I'm talking about, being intentional. So you guys have homework. Whatever you want to do, look it up and understand everything, like from now. What can you do now? Because there's always certain things that you can do now. And then what things that you can do in the future leading up to being what you want to be. So you got to go hard. You only got one life. So you got to go hard in that one life. And in that one life, you have to be intentional. Those are two things. So